Amazing audience, we are live and we are in San Diego in Carlsbad. Is this Carlsbad?
Carlsbad.
Carlsbad, yeah, it's a pretty amazing location. What's the location we're at right now?
We're in the Aviara Hotel
Okay.
in Carlsbad, California.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. Well, Michael E. Gerber is with us live. It's a great pleasure to connect with you.
A delight.
So do tell me, which of your talents is responsible for us connecting at this specific time in history?
Which of my talents? My creative talents. And so I think of us as the creator. And as it's been said, we're born in the image of God. And if we're born in the image of God, we're born to create. And what I've come to realize is that very few people have learned how to create. They didn't learn in school, they didn't learn at home, they don't learn in their community, and nobody knows how to teach people or inspire people to create. So that's my calling.
It's fascinating. Who taught you, or who did you learn the ability to walk in your individuality from?
Who
did you learn it from?
Well, that's an interesting thing. I've gotten it from so many different people. I've gotten it from my saxophone teacher when I was 11. I've gotten it from my sales manager when I was learning how to sell encyclopedias.
Yeah.
I've gotten it from my teachers of all sorts, shapes, sizes, and dimensions. Intriguing. Discovering that I don't know where I am, I don't know where I'm going, I don't know what's expected of me. Essentially, I've been a wandering Jew. And as a wandering Jew, looking for what it compels me to wander, has brought me to that realization that I am a creator. And my creation is the meaning of my life. And so the meaning of my life is to discover what I'm here to create.
Yeah.
And what I've discovered I'm here to create is to inspire other people to create beyond where they are.
I can definitely stand as a testament to that, because this particular book, The E-Myth, like this transformed my life tremendously from the perspective of the manager, the entrepreneur, and the technician.
Yes.
And the way you broke that down. But more than that, there's a way you communicated in your writing here that was very fascinating to me. More than the message, there was a way that you communicated stories. And why will you continue to do that? To be that guy that communicates by living your life and letting that be an example of the path that each individual can live.
Well, the book came about, much as everything has come about. When I asked you why 12 minutes instead of 15, you said because it called me.
Yes.
Well, essentially the book was called by a stringer, as they're called, of Ballinger Books. And his fiancée was working for my company at that time called the Michael Thomas Corporation. And she said, you've got to hear Michael do his seminar. And the seminar was called Key Frustrations in a Small and Growing Business and What to Do About Them. So the fellow came and listened to me do my seminar, and he came to me up afterward and he said, would you like to write a book? And I said, sure. What book? He said, well, the seminar. I said, of course. So he said, well, let me go back to my publisher, and they want to do a small business book, and I think you're the guy to do it. So he came back and said, we're on. And he said, I'm going to be your editor. And so we started the book.
Yeah.
And that's how it happened.
And how did you come up with the name, The E-Myth?
Well, interestingly, he came up with the name.
Okay.
So I called the seminar and the story about the entrepreneurial myth, the technician suffering from an entrepreneurial seizure. So he said, the name of the book has got to be The E-Myth.
Yeah, I love it.
Because it's the core meaning of what you're doing.
Yeah. Now, your middle name is E. Starts with E, isn't it?
Yes, but
it was just connected.
It has nothing to do with it.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. What is one other thing you've done consistently over the last 3 years?
What have I done over the last several years? We've started a school. In short, we decided that rather than coaching small business owners, what we had to do was to awaken the entrepreneur in everyone. The economic reality of the world calls for the entrepreneur to be awakened in everyone.
Yes.
And should we be able to do that, we would have accomplished something that would be significantly greater than what we've accomplished working with simply small business owners. So the question becomes how to do that.
Yeah.
And we decided to do that online, to create a school that would essentially awaken the entrepreneur within everyone who's called, because they are suffering from an economic disparity. In short, they don't know how to alter and improve upon the economic status of their lives.
Yeah.
We know how to do that. And we do that by awakening the creator within, the entrepreneur within, the Imagineer, as Walt Disney called them, within. And in the process of doing that, something remarkable will occur. So we created a school, and the school is called Radical You. And it's the only school of its kind on the planet. And everybody gets to participate in it.
Yeah. How does it make you feel seeing people like capture that perspective of I can do this? How does that make you feel?
Well, it makes me feel fulfilled. In short, the opportunity to inspire someone to go beyond where they are, to go beyond what they think they can do, to go beyond the picture they have in their mind of the limitations that they're confronted with. It's a stunning experience. It's the same experience I would imagine you have when you sit down for 12 minutes with somebody and engage in a conversation, and somehow it works.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
And you don't know how it works, just like in one respect, I don't know how it works. I don't know how I got here, but I am here, and I'm called by it. And as I'm called by it, I'm moved by it, and it shapes the conversation.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. Why would you just suggest to someone that's listening that they do that they allow, it's like being in flow, isn't it? Like allowing what you have chosen to edit you, if you would. Why would you suggest people allow that to happen?
Well, because they discover who they are. It's a discovery. It's discovering what I call their dream, their vision, their purpose, their mission. The dream is the great result they're here to produce in their life.
Yeah.
The vision is the form that is going to take in order for it to work. The purpose is the outcome that will be experienced by that individual as they in fact pursue their dream and their vision.
Yeah.
And ultimately, the mission is the effective, systematic process through which this is realized. So I have a dream, I have a vision, I have a purpose, I have a mission, and I'm here to realize that. And in the process of realizing that, something stunning occurs.
Yeah, I love it. Now let's switch gears for a moment. Let me now invite you into my time machine that is surrounded with beautiful, warm, blue Caribbean water. Michael, what is your earliest childhood memory?
Oh, my earliest childhood memory is the greatest deficit in my life. I have so few child memories. In short, it feels like I've been here and not. And so my greatest childhood memory is not remembering anything.
Oh, from what age did you remember?
I don't even think that way. Literally, I don't even think that way.
Why do you think that works like that?
I think because in some way that I'm not present all the time.
Yeah.
I think it's true of everyone. I think the fact of the matter is that very few people truly remember except the most extraordinary experiences that shock them.
Yeah.
And that shock lasts. And I've had shocks that have lasted, but they're not what I think of as memories.
That's amazing. You
Yeah.
are the first person that has said that. Yeah, that's amazing. All right. How about the age of 12? Do you remember what was your favorite song around that age?
My favorite song?
Yeah, at 12 years old.
No, I don't remember what
Too
my
far
favorite
back.
song is.
All
no.
right, all right.
I don't remember what my favorite song was yesterday.
But you had a memorable something that happened at 12.
Tell me.
I'm sorry?
Your sax, you started your sax training.
I started my sax playing.
So that's his wife, folks, who is interjecting there. You're not seeing her, but that's the beauty of marriage. She's on his right side.
She wishes me to remember something.
So you started playing sax when you were 12.
But I know I started playing sax, but that wasn't the question he asked me. The question he asked me is, what do you remember?
She's going up next, have no fear. Well, we've arrived at our destination. But
Thank
before,
you.
No, before we get off of this time
Yes.
machine, there's a small declaration form, so it's yes or no. Yeah, we're going to move pretty quickly here. Are you ready?
Yes.
Have you chosen someone to pass on your skills to?
Yes.
Are you married?
Yes.
Yes, she did interject. Do you have children?
Yes.
Do you believe in God?
Yes.
Do you have an inner circle of friends?
Yes.
Do you watch TV for more than 3 hours a day?
I watch TV.
All right. How about 3 hours a week? Is that more accurate?
I'm sorry?
Is 3 hours a week more accurate or 3 hours a day?
3 hours a week is more accurate.
Okay. What about screen time? The phone and or the computer? Is it more than 8 or less than 8 hours a day?
More.
If you had to share with us your own unique real statement, a statement that represents Michael E. Gerber, what would you say that is?
Be doing that I've inspired hundreds of thousands of people to create beyond where they are and to realize themselves in a way that they hadn't before we met.
I love it. Michael, this was a great pleasure. Before you leave, is there anything else you'd like to share with our amazing audience?
Well, this was a lovely conversation, and I presume it's exactly 12 minutes, and I hope we haven't gone over.
Love it. Michael Gerber, thank you for being on What is Inspired by 12-Minute Convos with Angel Jones. Did you have fun? Did you have fun?
Yes.
Ah. That was great.
So let me